Hello and welcome to another Unreal Engine 5 video. In this video, we will make the gear animation. First, we need to add a new input action. Let's make a new, or just let's duplicate one of these. Let's call it raise gear. We open it, change it to a bool, digital bool. Go back to our context. We need to add a new mapping. Choose the raise gear and let's assign a key. For me, I will use the G key. We do not need any triggers or modifiers. Save it and close it. Then let's go to our BP helicopter. Let's look for input action raise gear. Here we need two booleans. One to check if the gear is moving up or down, and the other to check if the gear is in the down state or in the up state. Let's make our first bool. Let's call it gear is moving, and the other one, let's check it. Let's call it is gear up. First, we need to check if the gear is moving. When we press the gear raise gear button, we make a branch. If the gear is moving, we do not do anything. If it's not, we check if it is up or down. Another branch. And the false. So if the gear is up, we want to bring it down. So in the true, we set the is gear up to false, and in the false, we set it to true. Now our work here in the blueprint is finished. Now we need the animations for the gear, for the raising the gear. But the only problem here is that we have animations here, like you see, animation only for one wheel at a time. This for the front wheel, and this one for the left rear, and this one for the right rear. Where is the right rear? This one? Maybe this one? Let's find it. Yes, this one. So we need to combine all these animations in one animation, and we will do this in the animation blueprint. First, let's disconnect the output pose, and let's get the animation. This one for the front wheel, this one for the rear left wheel, and this last one is for the rear right wheel. So we need to combine these animations with the original or the idle animation. So we need to apply additive animation. Apply additive. Apply to the idle. put it here, the idle, duplicate the apply additive, sorry, here the base, the idle, the base, and the gear animation in the additive. And here we add the other one, duplicate the apply additive, put this to the base and the animation to the additive. Now we connect to the output, and now here we have animation for all the 3 gears. So what we need to do is to record this animation that we did previously with the idle animation. First I will record the idle up animation. We need an idle animation for the gear when it is in the raised position. So let's record 2 or 3 seconds. Let's call it helicopter gear up idle. Let's record 2 or 3 seconds. That's enough. Now we have an animation for the gear in the up position. Now let's record the movement of the animation. Let's go back to the animation blueprint. Let me just disconnect them. Start. Let's call it helicopter gear up or gear going up. I'm not so good with the naming, so you are free to name the animations whatever you want. But for me, I will call them gear going up. Now we stop here. Let's see the animation. Well, I think they are good, but in the end we have what we say, like we have some frames that we do not need. So let's find where the animation stop. Here are the 80 frame. These frames after the frame 80 we do not need them, so let's remove them. Remove frames from 89 to 113. Well, let's see. Okay, now it's good because we do not need the extra frames, because we want to reverse the animation for the gear down when we want to lower the gear. Now let's duplicate this one, this gear going up animation, and call it gear going down. Let's open the animation, go to the asset details, go to the rate scale, make it -1. So now it will be, we'll have a gear going down animation. Now let's close this window and go back to the animation blueprint. Now we do not need them. Let's delete these and reconnect the output pose. Here in the event graph we need the booleans, the gear going up and down. So gear is up. We will need this one, and wants to a variable, so we can use it in the state machine. Now let's go to the state machine. Where is it? Here. In new state machine. We need to add 2 states or 3 states. One for the gear going up, one for the idle with the up animation, and one for the going down. This one, gear going up. Here we want the boolean. If it's true, it will play this animation for the gear going up. Let's find it here. Going up. This one, this animation. And make sure it is not looping the animation. This is important because if it is looping, the animation will look bad, and the animation will loop, and you will see the animation repeating. And here to move from the going up animation to the idle animation, we need another state. Let's call it idle gear up. And how will we move from this state to this one? The condition will be to check if the animation of the gear going up is nearly finished. So let's search for a relevant time remaining for the gear going up, and check if the time remaining is less than or equal to 0.1. This means that when the time for the animation is less than 0.1 of the time remaining, the animation will move to the next state. Gear going up, idle gear up. Also uncheck the loop animation. Now if we want to go back from the gear up to start lowering the gear, also need another state. Gear going down, and the condition here is the opposite of gear up, so we need the not boolean. So when the boolean is false, we will start this animation. Gear going down, need to put the animation in this state. And to go back to the idle animation, also we need to check if the relevant time is less than 0.1. Get relevant time remaining, gear going down. Also check if it is below less or equal to 0.1 of the time. Now we have the animation set up. Now let's test. Let's fly up and press G, and you see the gear is going up, but you see a problem is that the gear is moving, but the wheels stay in their position. And the problem is because the wheels simulate physics, so we need to disable the physics, the wheel physics, we need to make them kinematic, or disable the physics to make them move with the animation. Now if we press G again, we'll see the gears moving, and now it's in the gear down state. So let's disable the animation, I mean the physics. Let's go back to the BP helicopter. We need a custom event. Let's call it disable wheel physics. First, let's get the skeletal mesh. We need set simulate physics disabled, or at all body save. Let's find out. Set all bodies below. Set all bodies below. Physics disabled. Now we need the first check this one, make it disabled. Now we need the names of the wheel bones. Let's make literal name. Sorry, literal name. Let's go to the skeletal mesh, search for the wheels. This is the front wheel, copy the name and go back and paste it here. We need to duplicate and change the name to the rear, left rear. Paste it here. Also we need to duplicate this one again. And we need the right rear wheel. Now let's comment this. Call it disable wheel physics. Physics. Disable wheel physics event. Also, we need another custom event, but this one for enabling the physics for the wheels. We need to enable the physics when the gear is down, so they act like they have suspension. So duplicate this one and let's call it enable wheels physics. Here let's change it to enable. Now let's reverse this one and check all the disabled for the wheels. This enable wheel physics, we will call it in a animation notify. When the wheels are down, we call this because we do not want to put a delay here. Well, it's better to have it activated using anim notify. Let's go back to our helicopter animation blueprint. Let's go to the event graph. First we need to make the notify for the gear going down. Now need to add the notify here at the end of the animation. You see the animation is in reverse, so let's add a new notify here. Where is it? New notify. Let's call it enable physics. Enable wheels physics. Now let's implement this notify in the animation blueprint. Here, let's look for enable wheel physics. Notify. Let's get the helicopter reference and implement the enable wheel physics notify. Event. Enable wheels physics. Now let's test. Let's fly. Now press G. You see the wheels are moving with the gear. Then press G again. Now the wheels going down with the gear, and well, there is something wrong. Let's try again. And now let's see where's the error. I think it is here in the notify, and the gear going down. Sorry. Let's see. We didn't check looping. I think I know the problem. The problem is here. Here in the input action, if you connect only the triggered, we need to add another check, because sometimes the input is triggered twice when you press the button once. So add a boolean to check if the button is pressed or not, and also connect the completed execution pin. And let's test again here. Let's fly and press G. It's moving up. It's going back down. Let's press it again. Now it's stayed up. It's going down. Okay, it's now working. We need another check, because let's say you are you press the gear down while the gear is moving. You will have problems like this. You will face this problem. Sometimes the animation will glitch because you press the gear again, the gear button again when the animation is playing. So we need to check if the animation is finished or not before we can press the gear down or up button. So we need another notify in the gear up or down animations. Let's add it here. New notify. Call it gear is moving. Here in the start of the animation. I'm putting here in the end because the animation is reversed, like we said. Let's put it here. Let me check. Okay. Also need another notify. Call it gear is not moving. Is not moving. Put this notify at the start also here of the animation. Also the enable physics. Let's add another track. I want them to be very accurate. Okay. Now in the gear up, going up, also we need these two notifies the gear going up. I mean gear is moving. Here is moving, we set it. And in the end of the animation, we set the not moving. Set it here. Okay. We check if it is inside the animation, not outside. We just pull here. Oh. Let's go back to the animation blueprint. Here, let's call gear is moving, and here gear is not moving. Now we need to get the reference of the helicopter. Set gear is moving. Here set it to true. Duplicate it, and here set it to false. Stop moving. Let's go back to our helicopter BP. Let's see, let's recheck again. Now here we disabled the animation for the wheels. I mean disabled the physics for the wheels when we raise the wheels, and when we get them back to the down, we re-enable the animation, I mean the physics, and we call this notify at the end of the gear down animation. Now let's recheck, I mean let's test. Now let's fly, press G. Why it's going down again? Let me check again. Okay, I found the problem. The problem was in the controls. So here in the raise gear input action in the context, in the mapping context, here we need to add two triggers. One is for the pressed and one for the release. Because as I said, sometimes if you do not put these triggers, the input sometimes it gets pressed gets pressed more than one time. So let me show you here. When we use these triggers, when I press G, the boolean gets true, and when I press again it gets false. But if I remove these triggers, let me delete them here, remove them, and let's watch the boolean. Now we just fly. When I press G, now the boolean gets true and then gets back to false because Unreal Engine sensed that the button was pressed twice at the same time. So that we need the triggers to modify our input or to smooth our input. And pressed again, it's also present gets true and false. Now let's go back to the input context. Let's add these triggers when pressed and released. Now let's fly up. Now let's press G. You see that the gear is going up and staying up. Pressed again, the gear is going down also. You pressed more than one time, doesn't do anything until it's finished the animation, because we set the check for is moving, for the gear is moving or not in the notify. I think we are finished now. Let's first let me land without the wheels. Let me see. Now it's going down. Let's fly again. Let's lower the wheels and land again. You see, we're landing on the wheels. I think we are finished now with the gear animation. I think I will not make another video about helicopter, making helicopter, because I made previous videos about helicopter, about 5 videos before. I made this because it was a new method and it's easier and simpler and can be implemented on Unreal Engine 4 also. Maybe in the future I will make helicopter AI, and also I will start making vehicle AI like tank AI. I hope I see you in future videos. Thank you for watching, and tell me in the comments if you want any new subject you want me to make videos about it. Thank you very much.